When I share my status, people are really surprised, even among other undocumented immigrants. When I tell, for example, co-workers who are undocumented as well, oh, I came when I was 5 months old, they're in shock because I speak English well, or because I went to college, and so forth. And they're just in disbelief. And so, of course, I try to explain to them, well, I came when I was 5 months old, and they're like, oh, you were practically born here. Practically, but that makes a huge difference. Those 5 months make all the difference in my life.
For hundreds of years, the United States has been a gathering place for many families around the world. Some come undocumented or illegally. Some have endured a long process to earn citizenship. Yet others are second and third generation immigrants, or have lived in the U.S. since they were small enough to remember. No matter the legal status or the amount of time in the U.S., these individuals fight for the right to feel like a human and to be treated fairly. Immigrants for centuries have been integrating into society. Many are studying in schools, working, paying taxes, and are proud of the country they now call home. Some own businesses, start churches, and even fight for our country. Not all immigrants in the United States are illegal. However, a majority of the controversy dealing with immigration has to do with those that are undocumented.
Well, on the cover of Time magazine, here I am, right there. That's right there. And I remember being at this photo shoot, and we all had to say, what was our identity. And some of us said, oh, I'm South Korean. And I remember just thinking, I'm undocumented American. And this cover says that this cover does say that. We are Americans.
And sometimes it seems near impossible to get them to be United States citizen status. Yeah. And it hurts my heart for these kids because they're willing to work. Mm-hmm. And some of them really want to go to college, and there's just a lot of obstacles there because they're not a U.S. citizen. Yeah. So, you fill out your FAFSA, and you fill out your job application and college application and ACT. I'm not a citizen, So it just really, there's just a lot of obstacles there that are beyond our control. We can hook them up with all the resources here in Davis County, but it's still a process. It's not, okay, we work on that. It sometimes takes years for that to happen.
Cultures from all over the globe have been present for many years. As immigrants migrate to the United States, numerous customs are brought along with them, making a diverse and rich society. However, many families are still unhappy. Adults are discouraged. Children are torn between two worlds. Immigrant youth find themselves unsure of their roots.
At this point in time, I've sort of officially crossed the line of where half of my life has been spent in Mexico, half of my life has been spent in the US. Now at this moment in time, now that I'm returning back to Mexico, will I miss the US? Will I miss the people that I've met? Will I miss the experiences that I've met? And would I wish to come back? Or would I feel right at home? Even though I'm not home, it's not my hometown, but it's still Mexico, it's still my home country. It's kind of like a little tipping point of I want to know myself, I want to experience and see Mexico and experience it so I could properly analyze and make a final conclusion of where I fall or where I belong to. Because honestly, like you said, ni de aquí ni de allá, I don't know where I fall into this border. It's just something that's, I don't know, it's something that I want to figure out, hopefully by the time that I leave. If not, then I'm still going to think about this, years from now, where do I belong?
Many have created and formed their lives in the U.S. Children come at a young age with no choice but to come along with their parents. They know they are different. Perhaps they speak a different language at home. Maybe the only thing that sets them apart is their appearance.
I would consider myself a very whitewashed Mexican because I am very proud of being Mexican. At the same time, I'm very Americanized and my values are pretty American.
Immigrants come to the U.S. for numerous reasons. All come to have a better life and leave something behind for their families. Immigrants are human beings. They face problems, hardships, and go through valleys.
That I realized that my status was going to hinder me from reaching my goals and my future, pretty much, because I wanted to go to college, and because of my immigration status I was not able to pursue those things like the rest of my peers.
They have goals and dreams and successes. They're immigrants. They're citizens of the world.